Welcome to another episode of Live with the Glitter Practitioner, episode 66. That's me, Dr. Noopy. Thank you so much for joining me. My eye's really playing up, keeps watering. Sorry about that. Thank you for joining me today for another fun and exciting episode. I can't wait for this one. Do let me know in comments where you're tuning in from, because I always love going back and saying hi and chit-chatting. For those of you who don't know me, I am a doctor. I'm a GP in the UK. I'm also a speaker and transformation life coach. And my passion really is empowering others, showing others how to really realign their whole self health needs and have this rock solid foundation to their core of health and well-being, being well. And I call it's self-care that makes your soul sparkle. And it's when you recognize truly what your needs are, how to keep them in balance, keep them restored, keep them topped up and replenished. That's when you radiate your phys essence, your soul essence, which is it's fizz, it's energy, it's light, it's a combination. And that is the glitter. And that's what spreads and sticks from one person to the other. And how I share this is through my F list, which is a framework I developed having come through burnout, learned loads. I was rock bottom, yes, but over time I allowed myself to ask for help, and I just took one step at a time. And that was 13 years ago. And as everything, it's always an ongoing cycle. It's an ongoing learning journey to this very day. Anyway, the best way, I think, to show you how it feels to work through the F list and what the magic is all about really is through my brand story, which was created by the insanely talented Devon James Stinson. And he really has captured the essence of working through the F list, I guess, and it's magical. So without further ado, Mr. Producer, may we have the brand story? Hi, David.
Follow the light through the storm. And this is not a light that warns, it's a light that forms on the pathway ahead. So you can maneuver around disaster instead of getting stopped by the obstacles. It just takes changing the obstacles. And then the impossible turns to possible. And then the storm lifts. You're no longer adrift. Breathe, focus, you've got this. Ahead you see a figure, a kind soul, and on the inside it feels like you might glow. Your endless cycles of cyclones have been turned to a breeze that just slightly blows. You're adorned with glitter, where you literally feel like a kid again. And this is when you realize how much of your life you've missed. And then you talk more with Dr. Noopy Aurora, who will holistically change your aura, where you and the new you won't be like strangers. No, you'll be like friends. Because this whole process is simply life-changing. So if you're feeling frazzled and you want to find your fizz and dazzle, then book a call with Dr. Noopy Aurora by messaging her right here on LinkedIn.
Oh, I love that. I really do. I was getting, my wonderful producer was messaging me saying, I'm there waving at people and you don't know who I'm waving to. I was saying hello and thank you, David, for joining us today. And thank you, Paul, for joining us today. Anyway, I'm going to stop distracting myself. Right, without further ado, it is time to bring on this wonderful woman. Calm down, Nick. I'll let you introduce yourself. Hi.
I like the little jingles. Oh my goodness. Hi.
Hi.
I can't believe I'm on the show.
I can't believe it.
I can't believe because it had to have been February, maybe early March, and we met.
Yes,
and
7 months ago.
we got on a chat.
Yeah.
And I remember at the end of that chat, you said, "You got to come on the show."
Yes.
Here we are all these months later, and I'm finally on the show.
And I remember, do you remember what you said to me? You were like, I was like, oh, come on, Nick, I'd love to have you on the show. Definitely. And you were like, I'm not so ready. I'm not ready yet. Maybe soon, but I'll keep it in the back of my head. I'm not ready.
No, I'd never been on a live show before.
I know.
I was like, really nervous.
Come on, it'll be fine.
I know, right?
I'm Marita.
Look at how.
And now here we are.
I know. Look at how things turn out. And
yeah, you've literally gone because I remember when I first met you, and it was I was chit-chatting in comments, and I remember reading one of your posts, and actually I didn't even know you at all. I didn't, through connections maybe, but not to talk to, certainly. And it was when you were recovering from your knee op, and you'd had a really tough time, and you were writing about that journey, and it was you were so proud of yourself because you'd made it out of the house, and you'd done your first. I mean, remember the post that you'd done your first drive to the physio.
Yes.
And I just remember writing, because I couldn't help it, going, amazing, you must look after your knee. I went into doctor mode, basically. Make sure you don't do too much, listen to your body, that kind of thing. And then we just literally chat, and then we jumped on a Zoom call, and 5 hours later.
Let's not even go there with that Zoom call. Oh my
God.
How many? God. This was like,
you say it.
4 hours. Okay.
4
hours. We never met. I think at halfway through,
I just kept pressing the
because it was like, was it a half an hour free?
Yeah.
And we just kept restarting.
We
just kept restarting. And then at one point she's like, I'm hungry. So she's like, okay, we'll go get something to eat. So she went off to make a sandwich. I went off to use the bathroom and get a cup of coffee. And we just came back to chat. Like nobody's
it was brilliant. Say cup of coffee again. Hold on. Say cup of coffee again.
Cup of coffee?
Yeah, I love the way you say it. Cup of coffee.
Oh, coffee.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. And it's really something else, these connections that we make. Like right now I see Romita in the audience, and she's telling me she likes my glitter top. Thank you, Romita.
It's gorgeous.
And I put it on specifically. I was coming on this show. This is one of my dressier tops, and I have no life, so I don't really go anywhere anymore. Kind of happened as I got older. I don't know, when you pass that dating stage and now you're married, and it's like, we don't need to go on date night anymore. So the top's been sitting, and I'm like, wait a minute, I'm going on the Glitter Practitioner show. I'm going to wear this top.
Well, you look gorgeous. You look absolutely gorgeous.
But these connection things are like, you come on LinkedIn. I came on, I don't even know why I came on. Like, I came on because a coworker of mine was basically looking for a job. And she was getting these calls from these recruiters, and she said, oh, I'm on LinkedIn, and I jumped on. But the thing is, like, for example, I recently met Romita through the Hounds of Business, because she's in the Hounds of Business community with me and you. And we've been following each other's content, and here she is now supporting me on this live show today. And here I am with you, who I met many months ago, and had this 4-hour chat with, and finally came on the show. So it's crazy now. Somebody that I just met, somebody I've met so long ago, and we're all in this space.
Yeah. And it's more than just the show. It's I remember what you said about, I remember just being, I loved your words, and that's what really, I just loved the way you write.
Yeah.
And we were talking about that, and you were telling me about how you had met this lady at the end of another person's, was it Rachel?
Another
Rachel?
live. It was my second
Another,
live show,
yeah.
and I met this
And you
publisher
were
at the
right,
end.
exactly. And I remember we were chatting, and you were like, I really want to have my own business, and this, that, the other. And I was like, what's stopping you? This is your gift. This is your talent to share with the world. This is
I know.
your
And I told
power.
you, I didn't want to tell you were crazy because I literally just met you. I was just meeting you, but I was like, yeah, nobody's gonna pay me to write for them. And
And
Nupi goes,
now,
and she's like, I'll be right back. And then she's got a notebook, she's got a pen, and she's like, what are you passionate about? What gets you up in the morning? We need a business plan. And I'm like, oh my God. This lady's like, just met me and she's putting together a business plan and telling me you can so do this. I will never forget that conversation.
me neither. And look at
No.
you now. That's the thing. It's kind
Yeah.
of like, bam, manifesting. There you go. Because
I
that's your sole purpose. That is your thing with writing and connecting the way you do. It's beautiful.
think I am very passionate about writing. And you know that even with me, with my bipolarness, I mean, if, anyone doesn't know, I am bipolar too. And I have, you know, pretty much struggled with it my whole life. And I've finally found a way to embrace everything about it as a gift, my gift.
Yeah.
And I really want to advocate for people to embrace, any type of mental illness they may have as that. I'd see it as something that makes them unique. When I go on my crazy roller coaster highs and lows, the depth and height with which I feel emotion, there's no outlet sometimes. And then that's the parts where they say you go into mania and you do the crazy stuff, like you go blow $1,500 shopping. Yeah, I can't do that. They don't have that money to waste. But what I've found is that by pouring everything of that into my writing, I have that release. And when I start to write, it just falls out of me. There's no other way to explain it. So when people ask me, well, how long did it take you to write your chapter? 3 hours. What? I don't know. How long does it take you to write a post? 10 minutes, maybe. It's something with me with words. And I honestly, that's why I say writing from two minds and two hearts, because I feel that I really am. And I really feel that when you have the words and you string them together in the right way and you form those sentences, you can evoke emotions in people. And I feel that that's really what
Yes.
writing needs to be about. It can't just be words. You want that person to feel what you're feeling when you're writing. And the thing is, you have to feel it. If you feel it, it will come out the right way. You know, and I never thought that I would get to a point where people would actually say, yeah, I really love the way you write and I want to hire you. And it's been truly amazing. And I think what I love about it the most is I just got my business page up about a week ago, of course, because I'm busy working on stuff for everyone else. But I put it out there because I want to work with individuals and solopreneurs. I guess because I understand what it's like to start with nothing and try to do something. And I'm sure most are on a budget. And, I want to see people succeed. I too am fighting to succeed. And so many have helped me along the way. So, you know, I have heard people say, make sure you get paid what you're worth. But I am getting paid what I'm worth. You know, it's not always a worth of is in dollars and cents. that worth has a lot to do with me being able to get up and do what inspires me every day and inspire other people by just being myself.
Ooh.
And
I
then,
just got goosebumps then when you were
oh,
talking. I really did.
and then, to help other people really own their story. You can be a business person, a solopreneur. You have a story. You have a story of what brought you to this business. And that's how you're going to connect with your potential clients. You're not going to connect with them by the product and service you sell. Yes, you have to show value. I understand that. But people buy from people.
Yeah.
Real
And it's
people
being
want to work.
real.
Yes,
Yes.
exactly. And
And it's being your realist self. And that's what people you can eventually fake makes itself known. You
yes, it
can't
does.
sustain fake. You
No, it
can
always comes to
sustain
light.
your truth and who you really are. And at the end of the day, we're all human as well. But
Mm-hmm.
it's so powerful. Words, the way the sentences are created, it is so powerful. And you do have that gift. You really do. It's beautiful.
Thank you. It
And
means a lot. People
you can
really,
feel it. You can feel it from your
I
heart.
know,
And
and
that's the beauty.
I work from home today 7 to 1, so that I could do this.
Yeah.
So I have a full-time job. I work for an elevator company,
Thank you.
and I've been in the elevator business about 8 years. Um, and the thing is, like, I work there, but this is my passion, and
Yes.
I get to earn a living in a company that treats me very, very well, that I love. And because this isn't my bread and butter per se, it
Yeah.
it gives me the grace to start slowly and to build a
Yes.
foundation and to spend that extra time with people that would like to work with me, so I could really get to understand them. Because how do you ghostwrite for somebody without knowing them? You
Yeah.
have to write, you have to breathe, you have to eat, you have to think, you have to feel like this person. You have to believe what this person believes, so you can make others believe as well. So you're not always going to connect with the first person that you want to work with. Don't settle. There are
Love
lots
it.
of us out there doing this, and it's again. I'm not going to sit here and go boo hoo. It's competition. I've only been doing this for 6 months. That actually has not affected me. So
Well, you're
just
unique. Everybody is unique in their talent, in their gift. And yes, it's like, CJ's here. She's sneaking in. She's got a live
she's telling
lecture.
me
Thank
she
you.
loves my pink lippy because
I
she,
know. I
whenever
know.
we had
I
50
I
inspirational and we
love
would
it.
take together, she tells me, Nupi, she said, Nick, with our Asian skin tone, pink looks best on us. Because I would show up with like brown or something,
Oh
and
my
I'd be
goodness,
like,
no. No, no,
and
no.
she'd be like, I
Fuchsias,
told you.
brights.
These are because of my sisterhood. This is CJ,
Oh,
Susanna Dawn, and
yes.
Christine Jones Schwager. These girls are
Oh,
trying to teach me how to make self-care important. So,
self-care. Self-care. Self-care is the most important thing going.
yeah, I, I'm working on it. I'm
Me
working on
too.
it.
Me too. I'm not gonna,
I'm
profess
not
anything else.
No,
But
about the I'm
yeah.
really not the best at that. I had a
Mm,
Al Lyman on my live audio yesterday. He's the age optimizer,
yeah.
and I have my audio at 9:30 Eastern on Sunday mornings, and it's called Nick, NIC, but it's never in control.
I love that.
And we were just cracking up because I'm like, here is what I love about this. I bring you up to co-host, and the host herself is like totally, I had the worst migraine, but at 11 o'clock the night before, I was staring at my phone like this, looking at America's Got Talent videos in the dark, needless to say. And I ate 6 Nutter Butter cookies and drank a glass of milk. And I'm 47. So I said, and I wonder why I wake up with a migraine.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
um,
Oh.
I'm sorry. I wanted to just say hi to everyone.
Yeah, do. Go for it. I was
Because
gonna
I
say
see
the same thing.
CJ,
There's
I
so
see
many.
oh, Chris
Renita.
Franca.
Yes.
There's
I was
one of
gonna
our
say,
there's our Rattled
Lonnie's
Awake
here.
author.
I was just gonna
Lonnie's here.
say, you've got your Rattled Awake You've got your Rattled Awake
family. I
crew.
got my
Yeah.
Rattled Awake family, and of
Yeah,
course
pretty
Russ
much.
and Lonnie was just, whew, Lonnie really helped me with this chapter in Rattled Awake. I
Yeah.
have to tell you, it was, I've written in, this is my third, and
Yes.
my second #1 international.
Woohoo!
It's still weird to me to say that because I still look at my husband and go, "Can you believe I'm published?" And I say it to him like that, and he's like, "Baby, yes." I'm like, "Okay, I'm never gonna live this one down." But I have to say, having worked with one publisher on the first two, and then working with a different one, which was Lonnie, it really, really opened up my eyes. You know, I'm a new writer. It doesn't matter how well people may feel that I write, I'm still a new writer. Um, and I loved the feedback that she gave me, the questions that were very thought provoking, that really made me look at what I was writing in a very different way. And I felt that this is my best chapter, as it should be, because it's about progress as well. If
Yeah.
my first was written in March and then in July and now,
Yeah.
it's a blessing to see the progression. So needless to say, I will encourage anyone and everyone to be published at least once in your life. It's not about getting up there to best-selling status. It's about getting out a part of your story, a part of who you are, and putting it down there, black on white, and having that. I mean, you know what it feels like to have a printed hard copy of a book that you wrote in, that you can then sit down and hand to your grandchildren and be
Yeah.
like, your grandma wrote in this
Yeah.
book.
Yeah.
And when
That's amazing.
and when they get to an age that they could read and understand it, they're always going to have a piece of you. I truly would encourage anyone. And Rattle Awake, volume 2 is up. It's the
Yes.
flagship we wrote in, which is volume
Yes.
1.
Yes, yes, yes.
Volume 2 is coming up, I believe,
Yeah.
September
September.
22nd
Yeah.
through the 24th. And it's, a 10-hour class. And was it
Yeah.
rigorous? Yes, it was worth every second. It was
Yeah.
worth every second. And I truly want to encourage people, connect with Lonnie, send me a DM. We're here to get you started. And listen, if I fell and broke my knee and got an offer to write in a chapter and never wrote anywhere but on a post on Medium and said yes and became a bestseller, oh bloody hell, come on. Did I say that? Sorry.
Come off it. I swear all the time. I love the way you said, oh, bloody hell. That was a very British accent.
Sorry. Well, I am from Trinidad,
Fine.
and it is the British education system. So there
Yes.
are a lot of words that we still pronounce and spell,
Yes.
in a British way. So I was just thinking, my hand is on my pen, and Ramita said she loves my pen.
I know, it's gorgeous.
Ramita,
Oh,
I have purple, I have pink. I'm crazy. Like I go into my operations meetings and write with this with my notepad. And you know what I say?
why
If
not?
you don't like my pen, don't look at me writing.
Just say it as it is. I agree. Oh,
it makes me
Susanna's
happy.
here. I just wanted to say a quick hello because I've missed a few people out. Susanna's here. And
Nice
Juliet, hi Juliet, and CJ, obviously. Oh, look who it is! It's I can't. Oh, I don't know. I'm not going to do
Hello,
anything. Hold
Joe
on.
Williams and Juliet Balagami was, I believe,
Yes.
one of our 50 inspirational.
Yes. Chef
And,
Sully, Jill's here. Scott Smith's here. Fantastic.
Hi, Scott.
Amazing. And Joan. Hi, Joan. I love you.
So after I met Russ and we had a Zoom call, then he said, you gotta meet D Scott. So I met him as well. Another great Zoom. And I have to say, I'm terrible at the coffee chats, really.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah. Well, no, I'm terrible at having a coffee chat. I'm terrible at setting them up. I mean, I work full time.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
So I'm out of my house at 7:15. I don't get home till 4:45. And of course, I work. And of course, my husband, God forbid, he don't like leftovers. He loves his home cooked food. My puppy doesn't even eat leftovers. Nonsense. So I do cook quite often.
Yeah.
And then I start my second job, which is this.
Yes.
And I get on here and I do have clients that I write for. I can't tell you who because I'm not supposed to. Oh, wait. I'm still getting used to that. I'm still
Yeah.
getting used to that.
Yeah.
And then I have my publishing style package that I started, and I designed a book cover. I designed a second
Wow.
one. They're up on Amazon. Like I look at the book covers and I'm like,
Wow.
I made those.
Oh.
So I feel like I spend this entire time talking about me.
But
Like
that's the
really,
whole point. That is the whole
it's
point.
kind of rude, no?
No,
But
not
I
at all.
know, yeah, I know we're gonna wrap up on time, and I do know that today is Patriots Day,
Yes, you
and
want
my
to. Yeah.
company
You,
has this as a floating holiday.
yeah.
So I know not everyone is religious, and we respect that. I am Catholic, but I do know that I would really like if 30 seconds, if it's okay with you, Nupi.
Yeah, definitely. We were
Um,
talking about this earlier.
yeah.
Absolutely. Yes. So
So
just
30
30 seconds,
seconds, let's
just
just, observe
silence.
silence for those that lost their lives and for those that are still feeling to this day and will feel for the rest of their lives that loss.
Oh,
Are you counting? Because I'm not.
no, I wasn't counting, but let me see. I think we're okay.
Guys, did we get
We're
30
done.
seconds?
Yeah.
Listen,
Yeah.
it's the thought.
Yeah.
And I'm very
Exactly.
fortunate that I
Yeah.
wasn't touched personally by it. But I know that so many were.
Mm.
Um, but I remember that day. I remember that day. I was actually working in a laundromat. I am from Trinidad and Tobago, so I'm an immigrant. And I started here doing lots of different things babysitting, working in a laundromat, waitressing, It's tough when you start as an immigrant, but that's where I started. And I was working in a laundromat. I will never forget because it was in a shopping center and there was a King Cullen grocery store next to the laundromat. And these people came running in from King Cullen into the laundromat screaming. I'm like, what the hell is going on? Because there are TVs in the laundromat, so everybody wanted to see. And I saw just in time as the second tower got hit. It's unreal. And it's unreal when you think, we're here now, right? We have a
Mm.
live, and you and I are chatting, and we're on a LinkedIn Live, and
I
people are
know.
here, and we're all gathered.
I know. I know. It
And
just makes you stop, makes you think. And
there's too much to be grateful for.
yeah, I was just,
And,
yeah, yeah,
you know, and I come on and I
truly.
do these things and do these live shows, even though time is hard for me. I guess because I want to share. I want to share one. Yes, I am bipolar, and it's in my blood and my bones and my flesh and my brain, and it's who I am. And I have to be okay with it. And it starts with me being okay with it.
Yeah.
So I always say, people say break the stigma, and people don't like when I say I am the stigma, or rather, the stigma started with me. Until I change my mindset, until I start to look at myself differently, how can I expect other people to look at me differently? If I wear like a heavy cross that's bringing me down, people are going to look at me that way.
Mm.
Not. I'm exalting the fact that I am bipolar.
Mm. I love what you wrote actually. Well, I noticed it. I saw the post today. It's the post where you're sitting on top of the world, and
Crazy
I
girl.
loved it. And it was very much, your diagnosis, not you, but somebody's diagnosis or somebody's label, whatever it is. It doesn't define you. You do. And this is what we were saying earlier. You're unique as you. And that's just your beautiful, unique essence, which literally radiates because you're following your passions, you're following your purpose. When you talk about your writing, you literally light up, and it shows in your words. And it's what Scott wrote a really, really lovely message saying, this is your real job. You're
Yes,
writing. Yes.
I
Because
thought I
that's your
glimpsed
passion.
it.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, I'm still, yeah, I don't do this like a lot, so it can't always read the comments and
Yeah.
do this. But what you wrote was absolutely beautiful, and I thank you so much for that. You know, people see me up here smiling, and I don't want to say people think like, oh, well, nothing is wrong with you.
No.
And it's not even about nothing wrong with me and bipolar. But
No.
the fact is, we all get up in the morning and we struggle. Sometimes we
Yes.
don't want to get out of bed. You know, we all have those moments where we doubt ourselves. You know, like a week ago, I said to my sisters, I said, really? I just woke up 5 months ago and said, I'm going to start a business. Like, what is wrong with me? You know,
What do you mean? What's wrong with you? What's right with you?
I'm like, do I even know what I'm doing? And I'm like, I'm working full time. I'm doing this thing, you know, and here I am on live saying, do I even know what I'm doing? Her potential clients are probably going, oh my God.
No. Wait. Let's fuck that off just for a second and flip it right here and now. You might not know everything, but that's the whole point of leaning into true connections, other people around you who you can trust. And they're the ones who, if you don't know, somebody else will. That's the whole
Yes.
point. We can't do it all on our own. It's
Yes.
impossible.
Yes.
Impossible. And it's allowing yourself to go, okay, my strength is this. I'm not very good at this bit. How else can I do that? Who else could help me? What are my needs?
You know
And
what?
it's allowing yourself to do that.
I
So
think
you
that,
do know what you're doing, big time.
like I say, and you know, real people work with real people, and you know
Yeah.
that I feel that way. And I'm not perfect, and you could bet that I know anybody that I work with isn't perfect, and I'm not expecting perfection from you. And people embrace
Perfect doesn't
perfect.
exist. That's bollocks.
Yeah. This,
Perfect does not exist. That's just crazy. You're setting yourself up to fail. It's an unrealistic expectation. Fuck that. No, it's exhausting. You're never going to meet it. Sorry, it just really does
no.
my head in.
But
Anyway.
you do know that I firmly believe continuous improvement is better than delayed
Yes.
perfection.
Yes. Yes.
Okay? We have to try to do a
Yeah.
bit better every day.
Yeah.
And if you didn't do that much better today than you did yesterday, that's okay because you have another day coming.
Exactly.
So, you know, well,
And I
we hope,
guess,
but
you
if
know
it
what?
is coming,
Yeah. And it's also allowing yourself to see, okay, what is it about this that is not working? Or what is that block? What is that barrier? Because more than likely, there's a root cause to this. What's
mhm,
that root cause? Is it a limiting belief? Is it a deeper feeling? Something? What's going on? And it's when you start being more in, I guess, in tune and recognizing that and giving yourself grace for that, because there is only so much you can do.
but you see, that's what you help people with. You
Yeah.
help people with being able to peel back all the bloody layers and
Mm.
find, you know, what it is down there in the core
Yeah.
that's really creating this. Because a
Yeah.
lot of times, years and years and
Yeah.
years and years of life become those layers and they become
Yes.
heaped on. And
Yes.
then you can't even pull them apart anymore to figure out what goes where,
Yeah.
you know, to be able to uncover that. And I'm
Yeah.
a constant work in progress. And I will be
Ditto.
till the day that I die.
Yeah.
But I am
Yeah.
not going to stop fighting for what I believe in.
Yes.
And
Same.
even if I lose my way some days, I'm not going to beat myself up about it. I am beating myself up about the self care thing though, because that yeah, I'm really not doing a very good job of that. I am getting older, and if
But
I
you're
keep on
but
at
you're
the rate
doing
that
what
I'm
you
going,
can. But you are doing what you can in this moment in time, and the point is you're aware of it. If you
this
weren't
is fair.
aware of it, you've got to bring the awareness in and then have that.
It starts
Okay,
with the awareness.
exactly. At least that's the case. And besides, I'm self-care is true self-care when you're tuning into your needs, realigning them, and really getting down to the nitty-gritty of it all.
Mm-hmm.
It's not easy. It really isn't,
No, it's
actually.
not.
And
You know,
that's why the F list is there. Does that make it easy? Just no. Geez, I stumble specifically with exercising, perhaps food, getting the right amount of sleep, and it's recognizing it and then uh, being aware and just making those tiny changes. Because
yeah.
if it keeps going, how will you expect any other different outcome? And it's
Mm-hmm.
about
Mm-hmm.
that's taking ownership.
Yes, exactly. It is
And that's
about
the
taking
whole
ownership.
point.
And that's why I don't
Exactly.
hide it. Like, I don't know if anybody noticed in that graphic that I made of myself sitting on top of the world, like, this crazy girl. And that's only because there have been so many times in my life where I've felt crushed by the world. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm not doing
Yeah.
that anymore. I'm going to put myself up there. And even if I do slide and fall off, that's okay. I'll figure out a way to get back up there again.
Yeah. Yeah.
But in that picture that I killed the background out of, and I put myself up there, I have a
I
cigarette
love
in
it.
my hand.
Yeah.
And I don't, unless you zoom in, you're not going to see it. And that's
Yeah.
not things that I hide, because I smoke and I know smoking's terrible for me. And that's what I mean by one of those things about self-care.
Yeah.
Um, but again, and that's another thing about just being real.
Yeah.
You really cannot come on here, dare to come on live
Yeah.
shows and live audios, and even in what you're putting out there, and try
Yeah.
to be something that you're not.
No.
And please don't do that. Please just own it. And people have asked me, you experience so much growth so quickly in such a short space of time, and what can I
You're
really
being you.
attribute
You're
that to?
being real. You're being
Um,
real.
yeah, and that's the
Yeah.
whole thing. You know, we're all people.
Mm.
We
Exactly.
all eat, we all breathe, we all sleep, we all drink.
Yeah.
We don't all smoke, thank God. But the point is, we all do lots of the same things, and
Yes.
almost
And we
every day.
are all a work in progress. I love that. And it's actually also it's what you said. It's not about perfection. It's about this continuous improvement and allowing yourself to mess up and go again. And I did the best I could at that moment in time. And that is plenty good enough. Which is what I replied to you actually on that post. I did that. I
Yes,
saw that today.
I have to go back and look.
Yeah, and it is that, and it is you are unique, and
I love
people
what
will.
I think it was Chef Scully just said something. I don't know
Yeah,
if you could see that back. It was beautiful.
which one?
I'm gonna
Oh,
try to.
I'll let
Can I slide
Russ.
back up here?
Oh my gosh, I've just seen the time.
Oh, you cannot
We
ask
better.
from yourself more than the best you can give. I love
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
I really love that,
Exactly.
because I know
Yeah,
that I am always giving my best, and it needs to be enough sometimes.
yeah,
I love that.
yeah.
And of course, this lovely lady here, who's I hope cooks for me one day. She's actually one of our co-authors as well in Rattled Awake.
Yes.
So I'm sorry,
Oh,
we're over time.
it's okay. Don't worry, Russ. It's me. I should be a bit more. I was just really enjoying that and just bringing everything in. Okay. I think we'll just have to schedule some extra time together, seriously.
Yeah.
So thank you
Oh, this is so
so much
wonderful.
for
Oh, I
joining
look
me.
so weird. Sitting in front of my picture window with the
You don't
blinds.
look, you
Look,
don't look
I
weird.
look like I have tan lines. Check it out.
But listen, I just want to say congratulations, best-selling authoress. Well done.
Oh,
Seriously.
authors, I love that. Thank you.
And
Thanks so much for having
you're
me.
solopreneur that you are. You're running your business. You're fucking smashing it, basically.
I'm running a
What did I
business.
say? I was
You
literally
said it, you do it.
take it back to that conversation we had, the like never-ending coffee chat, and I remember saying to you something like, you are literally just going to smash it. I just know it. And I was like going, oh, my tingles are going. Oh, and it is. It's true.
And that's the power
Amazing.
of the glitter practitioner.
Oh, that's the power of you, actually. That's you from within, with a bit of sprinkling of magic. Indeed.
Okay, right.
I'll take that.
Say, at least own your little part.
I will. I will. No,
okay.
you're absolutely right.
All right. So I know
so
time
much.
is there, and I love you and everybody that came out to support. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you.
It means a lot that everyone is here, and we're all busy, and
yes.
we all show up when we can.
Yes,
that's the thing.
Thank
and
you.
when we're not there, we know that we want to be there, and that's always more than enough. So
exactly. Right, I better wrap up. So don't go anywhere. I'll join you in the green room. Oh dear, I can just see Russ's face. Oh, okay. Quick. Okay, I'll come and join you in a sec. Thank you for joining me and Nick today, and thank you for your gorgeous comments. I can't wait to read back properly. Yeah, it was a beautiful conversation, and I think we need some more of those. Anyway, just in case you don't remember, every Monday at 8 o'clock, you can find me here on LinkedIn, live with the Glitter Practitioner, which is 8 p.m. BST, which is 12 noon Pacific Standard Time, and that is 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if you want to get hold of me, you can direct message me on LinkedIn, or my Calendly link is there everywhere. And if you can't get hold of me, you can get hold of Russ. He'll get hold of me. You can also find me on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, all under the Glitter Practitioner. Have an amazing week, and I look forward to welcoming you to another show next week. Bye.